Hi, my name's Malcolm. I used to do a drag act on the scene for over 25 years. I used to be called the Misfit. I've been asked really how did I first get into Polari. Years and years ago, I would go back 1968, 67. I went with friends all the way from where I lived in Morecambe to Huddersfield. Never ever been to a gay bar. It was miles and miles and miles from where we lived. When we got to this bar, you had to knock on a door, and I thought, oh God, where am I going? Am I going into a dungeon or what? Anyway, we knocked on this door, this little hatch opened, and whoever we were with, and I can't remember, I can remember one person, whoever we got ushered into the bar very quickly. It was packed, absolutely packed of gay men. Couldn't believe it, all in shirts, ties, suits, no dancing or anything like that, no jukebox. It was just one big room of people getting together for a good night out. I was in my element. Being such a young lad, I'd say I'd be about 13. I shouldn't have been in the pub anyway, but I had a brilliant night. Couldn't believe it. Went back to Morecambe. Then, 69, I started doing a drag act. When I think back to what I did and what I did at the end of my career, it was so different. I then went out to a pub in Blackpool with two lesbians. We went on the bus from Morecambe. We got there about 8 o'clock, and so it used to be quite busy then at early doors because everything used to finish by 11. Anyway, we went in this pub in the foyer. You had to go down these very, very steep steps. So I had a shirt and tie set on. It was black and white, and I had this really light grey jacket to match. I looked perfect. And I said to these girls who I was with, I'm going in first. I want them all to see me. Well, I fell top to bottom, all down these steps, thump, 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 all the way down to the bottom, banged my head in, and landed in the doorway. And Ivan, who was on the organ then, he said, who's this silly old queen who's fell down the stairs? That was my introduction to a proper gay bar. Let me go now back to 69, 70. Yes, I was doing a drag act, and I picked up the word camp because I used to work in the Alhambra Theatre as well. I used to do the spotlights for the summer shows. I picked up the word camp, so I knew that was effeminate. The next word I picked up was cottage. I couldn't believe there was a different word for a toilet. I thought, why do they call it cottage? Anyway, I started using the word camp and then cottage. Boner was the one I picked up. Latte was where I lived. I thought, oh my goodness, it's like learning going back to school. Let me take you back to 1982. This drag act from London came to Blackpool called Nicky Young. Fabulous, absolutely first-rate drag act. A lot of you will know him. And we got really friendly. Anyway, he went back to London and we kept in touch regular, night after night after night after night. When I finished work or when he finished work, 1 o'clock in the morning, we would phone each other. My turn one night, following night it was his turn. And he used to talk something, I thought, what the hell is he on about? And I kept saying, what are you on about? And he kept saying, it's called Polari. I said, what? Polari. It's where you can talk freely with someone outside and they haven't a clue what you're talking about. I said, well, I've picked up 1 or 2 words. Well, that was it. I had a dictionary of all these words, what you could use. And then when he came up to Blackpool again, we decided to do a show together. And that's when I fully used all the Polari. I wasn't fluent enough in it, but I knew quite a bit to all the sentence. We had some fabulous times with Polari. So over the years, I kept using it on the gay scene. But now, 67, I stopped doing drag years and years ago. Quite a few people who I use the Polari with have passed on. There's only 1 or 2 people that I can chat to on Facebook with the odd words because you forget it, you don't use it. I'm so glad I found this site. I've been watching you all for quite a few years and never actually added anything to it. I look forward to learning Polari again. Thanks for listening. Bye from an old drag queen.